What's going on, evening? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, man, bringing you back to my top 10 R&B albums list. This time, we're going to cover 2001. Now, 2001 is one of the best years for R&B and hip-hop. But at the same time, this year is kind of sour. Because if y'all know about what happened in 2001, y'all know why I say it's sour, but I'm going to cover it a little bit in this video. But without further ado, let's go on dive onto the list. Remember, you can have your own list if you can't respect my opinions. I'm looking for lyrics, correct production, creativity, memorabilia, delivery, and 5 rap and 5 R&B albums. What won't be on my list is rock style albums and mixtapes. That won't be on my list. Number 10, we coming in hot. We got my boy Jaheim with Ghetto Love. Ghetto Love is a very, very timeless bop, in my opinion. I don't know what it is with brothers in braids in the early 2000s just putting out quality product, regardless if it's in the music booth or the basketball court. Shout out Allen Iverson and Carmelo Anthony. But anyway, Ghetto Love, I kind of start to finish, especially with that next feature, because Next is from Minnesota like me. You know what I'm saying? You can have anything I got, all of me right on the spot. Na 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 da na na na. Anyway, also this album has Could It Be on it, you know what I'm saying, where he's trying to see if these chicks are actually messing with him for him or if they just looking at his stuff. What could it be? Could it be the wrong one? Coming down like a nigga got a lot. Could it be the ice you see? Could it be the woman on the sleeve? What could it be? Anyway, but the best song on this album is literally Heaven in My Eyes. But wait, I forgot about to talk about Just In Case I'll Make It Home Tonight When You Make Love to You for the Last Time, baby. Those are the two best songs on this album, man. That and Heaven in My Eyes. When I look in your eyes, can't believe you're mine. You know what I'm saying? Timeless bop. Anyway, coming in at number 9, we got Pain Is Love by Ja Rule. When you thought Him a Little More was good, Ja Rule teams up with Ashanti and does it better. Yes, Sirski. This album has some of the coldest tracks he will ever have released. Cause Ja Rule, from this point on, he goes downhill sadly, but this was peak Ja Rule to me. You know what I'm saying? Well, 336 was the top of the mountain. This was the beginning of the downward stroke. The no Diddy. But yeah, man, Pain Is Love, fire production, Up and Down by Irv Gotti, fire lyrics by Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? You have Mesmerize on here. Your lips, your thighs, I want me, baby. This album has I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. I gave you my all, now baby. This album has Down Ass Chick on it. I just wanna be your chick. I wanna be better out. More for you, to do who you want me to. I'm a good chick. Anyway, but that ain't the best song on this album. The best song on this album is What I Do. Everybody let me live it up and say what you do. Everybody let me live it up and say what do I do. Everybody let me live it up. My love for you. Anyway, coming in at number 8, we have Michael Jackson's Original. First of all, rest in peace to the GOAT. R.I.P. Michael Jackson. They set him up, man. They set him up. This brother put out this album. Brother Mike put out this album knowing that Sony was going to try its best to tarnish its reputation. But to be honest, this album is still very listenable. You know what I'm saying? Does it have some skippables on here? If you ask me, there's only one, but the others are arguable. But I enjoyed a lot of 90% of this album, especially. I mean, You Rock My World, that's a given because it was a single, and the video with Chris Tucker is amazing. Heartbreaker, that girl I can't take her. Should've known she was a heartbreaker. You know, Break It Down. I don't know the sun will shine on me, love. It's this magic in your eyes and my heart. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Can't stop loving you. Just stop to break it down, make it love. I love the breakdown of that where he's like, as the sun is out, let's get up there, let's get out. It's the day, brand new day. Let's both go outside and play. I like, everybody likes going outside to play. This album also had I just wanna touch and kiss, and I wish that I could be with you tonight. Why is that? Because you give me butterflies inside. You know, it's crazy. I sung that to a girl at a convention once when I was cosplaying as Michael Jackson, and she was feeling it too. But anyway, that was me just to be playing, But anyway, what else is on this album? There's so many good stuff on this album. And the title, the beginning track, Unbreakable, is pretty fire too. Because it has a guest verse by the Notorious B.I.G. R.I.P. to Biggie too. You know what I'm saying? And then what else is on this album that's amazing? There's one more. Actually, two more songs. You Are My Life. You are the sun. You are the star. You shine like the stars. Twinkle night. You are the moon. Closer my heart. You're my daytime, my nighttime, my world. You are my life. And then my favorite off this album, because I felt like Michael was trying to tell us that he knew that the industry was going to kill him, when he put out Tell the Angels No, I don't want to leave my baby alone. I don't want nobody else to hold you. That's the chance I'll take. Maybe I'll stay. Heaven can wait. No, if the angels took me from this earth, I would tell them bring me back to her. It's a chance I'll take. Baby, I'll stay. Heaven can wait. Anyway, let me start tearing up the notes. Oh Lord. But yeah, man, this album is enjoyable start to finish. What can I say? It's Michael Jackson, bro. Like, he's never put out a bad product during his lifetime at all. And so many people are out here trying to ruin this man's legacy. Like, can we just let the dead rest? Can we stop? We know he's innocent, man. He went through, and think about it, I grew up off of this album. So many of us young millennials and older Gen Zs, we grew up off this album. We did not witness the prime years of Michael Jackson. But for what we got, this was worth every single penny. Come on, man. Stop hating on the GOAT, man. Number 7, Busta Rhymes Genesis. No, I know some of y'all are not going to agree with this decision, but I have to say 3 of his classics are on here. What It Is, Pastor Divorcier, Part 1 and 2, and my personal favorite of hits, Break Your Neck, because Pastor Divorcier is tainted by P. Diddy. Even though it had one of the greatest videos of all time, because it punned off of Harlem Nights and Rush Hour 2. Remember the part where they was fighting those two wrestlers? And then like before that, when Busta Rhymes was going one-on-one on the weekend, he was like, hold on this phone, please. I need to show us some things, right, Diddy? Huh? And then he started stomping on her toes after Monique socked him up a few times. Oh man, classic. Oh man, and then like in the Breaking Neck video, this dude he was freaking smashing heads with a ram. Oh, he had his braids twisted into a ram's horse. But nah, man, this album is a banger, man, dude. Busta Rhymes, like Ja Rule, is another rapper I feel like doesn't get his flowers. We have to give him his flowers. He gave us so many timeless songs, so much timeless material, all throughout his time period, man. And I feel like you know, he gets underappreciated because of how many rap ads came out of New York before and after. But we don't appreciate Mr. Rhymes on this channel. There will be no Busta Rhymes channel slander tolerated here, man. Shout out Busta Rhymes, man. Also, Make It Hurt is on here, and you know how much of a classic that is if you play Def Jam 5 in New York. Bro, yo, till you make it hurt. Bounce if you really want to make it hurt. But yeah, man. Number 6. Alicia Keys' songs in A minor. Now, it's not as good as the sequel to this album, but it's still a timeless bop. If I do say so myself. Songs in A minor. She wasn't lying because she was singing in A minor. You know, say she wasn't lying by the title. She was singing in A minor on this, so there's no need to fact check. But it's just that Fallen, when it first came out, sent splashes everywhere. You couldn't escape Fallen. Everybody I know still sings Fallen. That's how cold this album was. Like, Girlfriend was pretty good too, and A Woman's Worth was very intricate because of, you know, how Alicia Keys tries to give us game. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Game from a male perspective is great. It's amazing. It's the one that you should take in the most. But, you know, sometimes you gotta hear what the females say if they're telling the truth. But anyway, songs from A minor, very good. Third best R&B album. Going to the third best rap album on this list, and it's Word of Mouth by Lris. Come on, man. Like, I could not leave this album off this list. Ludacris, I told y'all in the last video, Ludacris came in guns blazing. This man did not run out of clips yet. He did not run out of clips yet, y'all. He was still spitting that heat. Especially with Move, Get Out the Way, Get Out the Way, Get Out the Way. And roll out, roll out, roll out, roll out. I guarantee you that's the Transformers theme song. That should be in a. Was that in one of the Transformers movies or any of the commercials? Y'all let me know, because you know that's been their catchphrase, man. That should be one of their theme songs, for real, for real. By the way, Go Team Autobots. But my favorite song off this album is actually Saturday, Ooh Ooh, because of how fun it is. Like, the beat is fun, the lyrics are fun. Like, come on, who doesn't want to go around during the weekend, you know what I'm saying, or rip it by yourself, cops roll right past you, not want no problems with you, and you see a shorty walking on the sidewalk with that gun. Anyway, let me stop. But yeah, man, did I say more about how awesome Ludacris was back then? Did I need to say more about that braid theory? That applies to him as well, even though he picked it out for his Afro puffs in this. But still, he eventually got it rebraided. He eventually rebraided it. But yeah, man, shout out Ludacris, man. Still putting out bangers. Second best R&B album on this list is A701 by Usher. You Got It Bad. Actually, no. You Don't Have to Call alone solidifies this spot. And I know some of y'all think that this album should have been number 1, but remember, this is my list, not yours. Number 2. This ain't even Usher's best work, but he still came out the gate and dominated. Because, fun fact, this album is named after the date it's released at, August 7th, 2001. August 2001. Anyway, I just triggered myself thinking about August 2001, but I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, man, Usher definitely did put his foot down this album. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of enjoyable songs on here, but none of them really beat, you know what I'm saying, You Got It Bad and You Don't Got a Car. Because the production on those two and the lyrics on those two are so memorable and so quotable to this day. And You Remind Me is great too, but it's not as quotable as those two, you know what I'm saying? But I do like the concept of You Remind Me, because like it's an anti The Way You Make Me Feel from Michael Jackson. Because like if you couldn't tell from the lyrics to the music video where he's dancing, you know what I'm saying, he gets a lot of inspiration from Michael Jackson, and it shows. You know what I'm saying? It showed on this album. And you know what I'm saying? I can't even be in front. I'd be egregious if this didn't make the top 3 for R&B. Okay. Shout out Usher for putting this out, A701. He also had a great Super Bowl halftime performance, in my opinion. But anyway, number 3. This is the second best rap album on this list, and it's Nas is Stillmatic. One Mic and Ether by themselves took this album and ran. The lyrics, the production, the messages, I love it all. Like, is there anything bad to say about Stillmatic? I bet there isn't, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, Jay-Z was painting this dude into a corner. And Nas was like, nah, buddy, I'm still here to stay. And he was coming off of a senior slump because Nostradamus sucked so bad that nobody was really heralding Nas as this all-time great. But he proves to y'all through this album that he's still an all-time great. Especially with You Got Yourself a Gun. By the way, check out that video because he does a nice little tribute to Tupac and Biggie by recreating the scenes on how they got killed and, you know, putting up fake grave sites of them. You know what I'm saying? Nas is a real man of the culture. Shout out to you, brother Nas. I'm so glad I got to see you in concert, man. That's one thing I'll take to my grave forever. Anyway, before I get into the number 2 and number 1 for before I get to 2 and 1 for R&B and rap, before I get to the top rap and the top R&B album, let's have some honorable mentions. We got Destiny Child, Survivor. I feel like this album, this album was a bit too much Beyonce and not enough the other two. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it should have been an even split with how vocally talented all 3 women are, but it's still a great album. Plus, Survivor got overplayed. The single, that is, from this album. Jagged Little Thrill by Jagged Edge. I had to put this on here because of how much of an amazing track Where the Party At was. No More Drama by Mary J. Blige. Very, very well put together. I love the title track. I love Family Affair. I love all of this. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I still feel like something was missing from Mary for this. The Life Genuine, it's another one of those one-track albums, you know what I'm saying, that pretty much carry the whole album in its entirety into the plane record of lovable music. But, you know, there's other stuff that you can find enjoyable from this album that's not called Differences, okay? My whole life has... Anyway, let me stop. 2,000 Watts, very great album indeed, you know what I'm saying? It's enjoyable, but I felt like it wasn't top 5 worthy because there's a lot of filler in this that isn't that enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? But hey, for what it was worth, what we got was still very solid. Okay, especially that I was excited because I was falling in love with you. Now that I'm falling, what am I gonna do? I just know how the beat starts that. Anyway, now getting into the rap honorable mentions, we got Tupac Until the End of Time. Not the best of his posthumous works, but not the worst. Okay, R.I.P. to Tupac, by the way. Fabulous, Ghetto Fabulous, also very it's a nice, very lyrically well put together album, especially with the hit singles and Holla Back Then. Very, 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 very enjoyable. Just not top 5 worthy. DMX The Great Depression. If I had to do a top 10, this probably would be 6th for 2001. But like, this album had a lot of great material on it. You know what I'm saying? Its ability to hit wasn't as strong as his first 3 albums. That's why I didn't put it in top 5. And like, not everybody remembers like Rewrite Here as well as they remember Rough Rider Anthem or Party Up in Here, or even the single that came out after this, X Gonna Give It To You. Like, everybody will remember those, but won't remember Rewrite Here. They won't remember Who We Be or Damien Part 3 or Miss You, which is one of the tracks that I helped get over my cousin's death, who died from fentanyl last December. Stay away from drugs, kids. Stay away from drugs. Anyway, but we still love DMX. R.I.P. to DMX, man. Still one of the ghosts. My second favorite rapper of all time. behind that, man. But anyway, coming up next we got Miss E, So Addictive. This album is as amazing as this album is. Like, I just felt like the filler wasn't as good as the other albums that I had on this list. The filler wasn't as good. Do love the hits. You know what I'm saying? She has some damn jams. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give Missy a flower. She's a very great artist, man. I feel like she doesn't get her just due, but I'm gonna give her hers, man. But I just felt like compared to the other albums, well, not these, but compared to the albums that actually made the list, you know, it misses something. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we got Jose, Jealous One, Still Envy. What's Love definitely carried this album a whole bunch, but you know what I'm saying? Fat Joe's lyricism definitely shined on this album, and you know, it's definitely grades better than what it was in the 90s. And this was like his absolute first showing of it. We got Redman Malpractice, very enjoyable from start to finish, but like it just barely makes it. It just barely is outside the top 5 because, you know, it lacks certain areas of memorabilia, and memorabilia is one of my list of criterions. So, the best R&B album. I'm finna get somber. And I'm probably finna get hate because I didn't put A701 in this position, but I don't care. This is my list. But this album, I love this album so much, even though it has a sour taste. Because this right here, Alicia. I actually have a t-shirt of this album. Right here, see that? And every January 16th and every August 25th, I put it on in memory of her. This right here, this is my #1 celeb crush. Y'all don't know. Alicia, her face alone makes me go, yeah. But anyway, enough talking about her physical appearance. The reason why I put this album above everything else, I can't skip a single song. Everything from We Need a Resolution to Rock the Boat to More Than a Woman to Read Between the Lines to Loose Rap to Those Were the Days to I Can Be and to my personal favorite song, I Refuse. And even I Care For You made it on this album, man. Like, this album has way too many bops on it for me to say that this doesn't deserve to be the best R&B album of 2001. And I don't care how much you guys accuse me of bias and glazing. I don't care. Alicia deserves her flowers, dude. Because the world was not kind to Alicia when she was around, man. The world was very cruel to her. And in some degrees. Everything from the abuse that she suffered from R. Kelly to the way her uncle pretty much handed her off to him, the way her uncle managed her music life and all that, and then like the fact that he signed the same thing Diddy signed for Biggie's death weeks before the horrific accident that took place in August of 2001. Alicia was set up. Y'all. If you don't believe me, the information is out there, go read it. But even before the information came out, I already knew it was a setup because I want you guys to think. Use your head. Why would somebody as beautiful and as smart as Alicia would willingly go on a plane after knowing that it was 700 pounds overloaded? That doesn't make any sense. Why would she willingly get on that? The information is out there on how she got on there. The information is out there. Go read it. Stop trying to slander her. Stop trying to tarnish her. Stop saying, I don't care if you say she's overrated or not because she died. I don't care. She's one of the GOATs. She put out enjoyable album after enjoyable album after enjoyable album during her short period of time that she was alive. No Alicia slander will be tolerated on this channel. She died way too young, too soon. R.I.P. to Alicia, man. And I love this album. I still love this album. It's the best album she ever put out. If she had to go out, she went out with a bang. And we could do nothing but appreciate and thank the princess of R&B. Matter of fact, screw that. One of the queens of R&B for putting this amazing product out. Had the summertime going crazy. Anyway, and I hate to admit this. I really do hate to admit this, because y'all know I personally don't care for this guy, but I have to remain unbiased. I have to remain unbiased. The best album, the best rap album of 2001 is Jay-Z's The Blueprint. I put this up here the same reason I put Alia's album in here, because it's the same thing. Look, I cannot skip anything. And this album was released the same day the September 11, 2001 attacks happened, man. And that's why I say 2001 is soured by the passing of Aaliyah and the Twin Towers going down. You know what I'm saying? And when I listened to this album from start to finish, I didn't hit the skip button once. R.I.P. to Biz Markie, he appears on this album. And like, Eminem is the only guest appearance on here that has verses. So yeah, there's also that. You know what I'm saying? And another reason is that this album, I think, went 5 times platinum. And then also, this album is goated with high-end production from Timbaland, Kanye West, Just Blaze, and a sprinkle of Eminem. Sprinkle. Right? The production is unmatched. This album made me say Jay-Z has some of the greatest beats of the 2000s, bro. Jay-Z alone destroys the 2000s when it comes to beats. And beats are part of your memorabilia, man. If everybody can remember your beat, man, you in there like swimwear, cousin. No diddy. Yeah, man. On top of that, I can't skip none. I can quote a line from each song. Here, you don't believe me? Let me merch. I'm gonna go in order too, starting from the ruler's bag. If you don't got you drop a couple of beans and you don't have a clue, your situation is bleak. I'ma keep it real, cuz fuck with me, you gotta drop a milk, because if you're gonna cop something, you gotta cop for real. Take over. I know you're missing Nas though. Fame, when along with celebrity comes about 70 shots to your frame, nigga. You were lame. You was the fan model for Carcanine Esco ads. Went from nasty Nas to Esco's trash. Had a spark when you started, but now you're just garbage. Fell from top 10 and not mentioned at all. To your bodyguards, Uchi Wally versus better than yours. Yeah. Izzo, which has that dope Jackson 5 sample. Let's see, what line can I steal from there? Pay us like you owe us from all the years that you hold us. We could talk, but money talks, so talk more bucks. Girls part 1. Let me see. I got a project chick that plays a part, and if it goes down, y'all, that's my heart. Baby girl soaked that, well, she been with me from the start. Hit my drugs from the Nars, hit my guns by the parks. Jalen knew it. He did it again. Haters no lie, but they gotta fuck with it, cause the flow's so tight. Gnarly dude. I puff by Marley dude all day like Rastafari's do. Let me see. Sixes, you don't know, right? I came into this mother ucker 100 grand strong, 9 to be exact. Put this shit in motion, ain't no rewinding me Mac. I make 40 off a break, but one rhyme could beat that. Hola Jovito. If you haven't heard, I'm Michael Magic and Bird all rolled in one, cause none got more flows than Young. Never change. Where my dogs at? Where my soldiers at war? Where your balls at? Whoa, gotta pause that. Whoa. Yeah, no Diddy on that one, Jay. Song Cry. This the realest quote of the album too. This is the realest quotes of the album too, because this is my favorite song on the album. Song Cry is definitely the best song on this album, my personal opinion. The reason why, he gets vulnerable, he gets deep, and it's the most relatable story he ever told. Especially on that second verse where he's like, used to tell their friends I was ugly and wouldn't touch me. Then I showed up in that dubbed out buggy. They ain't got fuzzy, and they'll remember that, and I don't remember you. And then in the third verse, he said this too. He said, they say you can't change a bad girl good, but once a good girl's going bad, she's gone forever. I'm on forever. Shit, I gotta live with the fact I did you wrong forever. Don't get no better than that. It's one of those few songs that I can't even say that he bit somebody. Like, that was purely Sean Carter. But anyway, all I need. You wanna act out a movie, I can give you a clip, but no ad-libbing, nigga, stick to the script. Fire. Renegade, I'ma cheat a little and use Eminem verse. You freaking do good. It's too bad you couldn't do good in marriage. And if you have any idea what I did to do to get here, I don't think you do, but stay close and keep your ears glued to the stereo, cause here we go. Man, sinister, kiss my ass is just a renegade. Anyway, let me stop. Alright, Blueprint Mama Loves Me. Beans, I ain't trying to change you, just give you some game to help you graduate from the streets to the fame, to help you transition from the streets to the fame. Boom, I F that line up, but y'all know what I meant. Breathe easy, spark in the graveyard, stalk in the graveyard, spar in the same ring that was housed next to the building where Malcolm X was slain. And then Girls Go with part 2. Let me see. Who you loving? Who you wanna be fucking? Who said what, girl? Why you tripping, girl? Why is you fussing? But that ain't even coldest line. The coldest line is when he said, pretty, nitty, girly, whirly, one that likes to party but come home early, like kinda dark, short, kinda tall, slim, kinda thick. I swear I love them all. Smoothest line in the song. But anyway, that's gonna be the end of 2001, y'all. If y'all enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know wherever I upload, man. And I'll see you all for 2002, man. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Until then, in unit, this is your general signing out. Thank y'all for the love and appreciation. Deuces.